I was just lounging on my pier, nursing a steaming mug of coffee, when this lady barrels in like she's late for a board meeting, tailored blazer, stilettos grinding into the gravel, barking about neighborhood codes, and vowing to sick the police on me if I didn't pack up and go. My own retreat, my own slice of earth. At first, I pegged her as some overzealous local with a grudge and a notepad, but it spiraled into something twisted quick. Ever had a stranger turn your haven into a war zone for no damn reason? Stick around, this gets wild. I'm Robert Hayes, 62, and after grinding through 40 years engineering skyscrapers in New York, I figured I'd earned a quiet exit. Before calling it quits, I'd spent 3 decades sniffing out corruption in urban development deals. Thought I'd ditched that mess for good. The city had ground me down like concrete under boots, sinless honks, cutthroat bids, folks feeding on frenzy. When I stumbled on this secluded pondside cottage in New Hampshire, hidden by towering pines with its own jetty, it screamed sanctuary. The spot promised the hush I'd yearned for since my temples went silver. At my age, I'd paid up. The toughest choice should be pier or veranda for my morning brew. That first month was pure bliss, the kind I'd sketched in retirement daydreams a decade back. I'd rise to duck calls over sirens, watch fog dance off the water while my coffee hit different without the urban edge. Days blurred into tinkering with odds and ends that weren't broke, just savoring the pace. The quiet wrapped around me like a forgotten comfort, letting thoughts breathe after years drowned in blueprints and betrayals. Should have known paradise draws predators. One crisp dawn, I'm on the jetty spotting a heron snag breakfast when crunching footsteps shatter the calm like a chainsaw. I swiveled to see her charging mid-50s, in a corporate armor suit that clashed with the evergreens. Margaret Thorne, she announced, voice syrupy fake, reeking of high-end scent clashing with fresh pine. HOA chair for the Pond Enclave. We've got violations to hash out. The word violations dripped like I'd torched the place. She unloaded, my skiff ruining sights, cottage hue off palette, chimney puff irking ghosts I hadn't met. As a vet of boardroom brawls, I clocked her tight petty power flexed like a club. But her edge hinted desperation, details on my jetty specs too precise for small talk. Sorry, I said, masking shock, but this is deeded private. How's your say reach here? Her mask slipped, panic flashed before steel returned. You don't get it, she snapped, invading my bubble with a glare that'd wilt fresh paint. This pond's under our thumb for ages. Your cluelessness ain't a pass. At 62, flashbacks hit of office turf wars, the loud ones mistaking bark for bite. I'd fled that for breathable air, yet here was rural red tape tighter than City Hall. What gnawed was her insider scoop, like I'd crashed a hidden feud. Talk turned nasty. Cooperate or else, she jabbed a polished nail my way. We've ruled this shore forever, your stunt won't budget. Ruled stuck tyrant vibes. I demanded proof of sway over my dirt. Her fury mixed with dread, like defiance cracked her script. She stormed off, spine rigid, rage barely leashed. Staring after, I sensed she guarded a beast bigger than bylaws. My arrival poked it awake. Peace evaporated. Notices piled, skiff too bold, woodpile unaligned, roof hostile. I'd tweak one, another hit absurdity mounting. I'd traded suits for this. One afternoon, gravel crunched. Margaret returned with shadows too stiff prose. One cammed up, the other unblinking like corporate goons. Good day, Mr. Hayes, her grin venomous. Adjusted yet? My hackles rose. These ain't tweaks, they're shakedowns. I'm through. Her facade held. Rules bind all, you signed on buying. Bull. I own this outright. No dice. Flicker of frenzy in her eyes. Wrong. Escalate we will suits, leans. Mark here's logging it. Lisa oversees. Anger boiled. Handle what? You don't own me. Panic edged her chill. This guards our enclave. I'll crush threats. Days blurred into siege slips under doors. Fixes futile. One eve, sifting stacks, latest claimed I trespassed my own shore. Chilling. Not fixes, takeover bid. Why me? Unease grew. Odd sedan idled. Night shapes flitted woods. Flashlight in hand, I spied Margaret at Treeline, clipboard glowing, texting frenzy like commanding troops. Weeks ramped, her staking at odd hours, snapping pics, taping bounds. Documenting intrusions, she claimed coolly. Notes escalated. Dismantle Jetty now or face wrath. Underlined red, childish fury. Her obsession screamed stakes beyond Vuesmi's spot, threatened her empire. Dawn shattered by whales. Sirens neared my drive. Cruisers rolled up, cops advancing as Margaret smirked triumphant. Robert Hayes. Trespass on HOA pond public, ignoring evicts. Show papers. Gut punch at 62, cuffed on my turf. Humiliation burned. I fetched deeds, surveys, heart hammering. While they poured, Margaret tapped impatient. Radio checks dragged. Officer Grant's face softened. Ma'am, issue Mr. Hayes owns lockstock, including that public jetty. Her world cracked denial to dread. Impossible. We've held sway decades. Records glitch. More calls. Her frantic. False emergencies felony, cop warned. She paled, mumbling errors, fleeing defeated. Apologies followed. I slumped on jetty, quake lingering. If wrong on bounds, what else? Her belief hinted delusion or deeper scam. Phone buzzed. Thomas Reed, voice electric. Robert, brace, your plot's goldmine. Mind blower ahead. That call was her kill shot, but it cracked open vaults. Pressure peaked. Notices twisted personal, emails dredging dad's debts, my flops, shrinks. Blackmail raw, spill or split. Rage ignited, died, buried that. Now weaponized. Called Thomas, they've crossed. Blackmail's crime, flip it. Dig time. Laptop glowed. Dots connected recent flips, Renos flagged. Shells. Oak Ventures, Ridge Properties, Summit funds tied to BB Law. Chills. Undervalued grabs, quick flips. Pattern. Land my kin till generations back. HOA veil for grabs. Margaret Puppet Master, finds forcing sales. Conspiracy bloomed. Thomas, massive, act swift. She's land sharking. Night stakeout. Shadow stirred. Margaret at edge, tools in hand, signaling aids. Confronted, what right? She spun icy. Duties. This control play? Wrong. Done as target. Her snarl, clueless who I am. No you are. She retreated, electric air humming. War on. Court loomed, hallway pulse thrummed. Inside, chill hum, Margaret poised, cracking subtle. Thomas rose, not decor spat harass plot to seize. Docs exposed, emails, deals, victims' tales. Her snap, smear. Thomas unflinched, facts bury you. Judge ruled. For Hayes, claims tossed, repay damages. Her pale stammer, not over. But it was empire dust. Jetty peace returned, hard won. Ever faced HOA hell? Would you fight or fold? Blackmail, report or retaliate? Spill below, hit like if it fired you up, comment your take, subscribe for more grit. What's your line in the sand?